Hey guys, I just wanted to go over these pockets with you because I didn't have a lot of extra space. I did them a little bit differently. This first one, you just cut yourself a strip that's deep enough to go underneath the pocket. I think I went about an inch. So that's just a straight strip. This next one, you have the angle to deal with. And so, again, I only had, I even had to add, if you can see in there, I added a little piece onto some white copy paper because the end of this was thicker than the strip that I could afford to give it so that I can do my, get my whole piece on here. I just used a little bit of the leather that I have throughout. And so that filled in that gap. And then this, and of course, then the little extra strip just filled in that little bit there. So now, if you remember, we measured over, I believe it was just 1 inch. Yeah, we measured over 1 inch. Made a mark, measured over 1 inch. So you could measure over onto this piece 7/8. And then I think this was just an inch that we measured down to. So you could measure, well, no, you would want to, this way, you would want to measure down 1 1/8 inches. And this you'd want to measure down 7/8. You want to make it smaller here and larger here. Or what I've been doing is figuring out where I go ahead and cut it like I'm going to mat it square across. So I'm going to go ahead and get this paper cut down to where I want it. And I'm losing a little bit of that bottom wheel, but that bottom wheel doesn't bother me too much. And then you're going to put it back where it belongs. And I'm going to take some binder clips and keep it in place. A little thick for this teeny tiny one. Come on, get in there. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, so now it's staying in place. Oh, this one's, I gotta cut it here first. Let's see where we're going to end up with this. Right about here. Let me go ahead and cut this extra off on this side. All right. Right through the center of my words, but that's okay. I probably should have just cut it at that line and used something over here, but it's okay. If you guys want to do it that way, then you go right ahead. So now I am going to get my clips back on. Get this little one in here again. Wah! There we go. Flip it over, and then just pick it up and pull down like I'm doing, pull down that bottom pocket, and then just take your pen or pencil and make a mark right along the edge of the pocket. It's not super easy to get in there, but and you know what? Actually, make this page go right up to the very tippy top. Very tippy top. Line it right up with the very tippy top. Not like you're matting it, you're lining it up all the way. And I know I'm off camera, but you know what I'm talking about. you line it all the way up to the top of this last pocket that we're trying to cover. Get on there. Okay. Now we're going to pull that pocket down and make our mark. And just kind of run your fingers where you're doing your line so that your pocket is down against the paper. Okay, I'll take this off. Now you have a line to follow to cut. And I'm going to cut just on the inside of the line. So I'm cutting the line off of the paper. All right, drum roll, please. Let's see how we did. Oh, yeah. See, it's perfect. It's perfect. Love it. Now we're just going to ink it up. Okay, so you saw me doing this. This is going to be a collage page. I'm going to get those done. But we're going to start working on our cover, because we got to get this puppy done. And then when I do the walkthrough, then you guys will see all the tags and all the finished collage pages. But this pocket was, you know, just a little difficult. But again, you could totally use the measurement thing. And on the sides, you would take off 1/8 of an inch. And on this side, you would add 1/8 of an inch. So it would be 7/8 and 1 1/8. And then you would get the same as if you just did what I did with drawing the lines. Drawing the lines. Okay, let's take off our score tape backer paper. And I'm going to, not on the magnet, but I'm going to just put my little dots. I don't like putting glue on top of the magnet because I think it takes away a little bit of that connection that you get. Okay, I think we are good. Yay! Oh, I love it. I love it. Good. Doesn't that look cool? I love it. I think that's really cool. And I think a man is going to definitely understand, you know, what this is and not going to have to think about it. And then, you know, of course, these are just going to have pictures on them. I will probably do some decoration to it, but that you will see in my walkthrough. That way it's a little bit of a surprise for the walkthrough. And I'm also, this here, I am going to take just a piece of brown and make my pocket. So easy peasy. We're going to take one piece and I'm going to leave it this size. It's 6 inches. Score it 1/2 inch, fold it over, put it up to, but not in the way. You want to make sure that you can fold this nicely. And then make a mark where you're going to have your other fold line. Just put it in a groove. Put that mark you made inside one of the grooves that you can score down. Then I'm going to cut the 1/2 inch off. Fold. And there's our pocket. Ta-da! A pocket is born! Woo, woo, woo! Yeah, the little things. It's the little things. Get y'all excited. So it's going to be just a nice big old pocket. And I am far enough away that this is going to close just fine. And I'm going to be able to close it up. It does make it a little thicker, which is okay. And it's going to be thicker yet because I'm going to put, I guess I could use something a little thinner than this. I could use one of these. It's a much thinner paper. And this will just be a tag or a flip or something that I add. So I can make it a little smaller then. I think I'll make it like 5 inches. Always wants to fall down on me. Okay. Yes, I like that a little better. I do. So you get to go, oops, sorry. Okay. I don't know what is going on with me. Oh, it's been a long day. I got all my chores done and laundry and vacuum, none of the fun stuff. And I moved my my little Etsy office. Now that my daughter and grandson are gone, I moved my Etsy office into that spare bedroom. So that's another thing I did today. So, yeah, I'm just going to make a mark where I'm going to want my other fold line. Put that fold line in a groove. Make your mark. Cut the 1/2 inch. Cut the 1/2 inch. Cut the 1/2 inch off. Wow. Alrighty then. Okay. And I'm also going to trim my little edges just to hide all of that unnecessary bulk that you will see. Okay, and let's see now. Fold down. Yeah, that's much better. It's not quite as tall because my closure is here and the extra thickness is here. So I didn't want my wings popping up, which is what they were doing with that thicker paper. Okay, so we've got this, and honestly, I'm probably going to leave this way and use a card or something and just decorate it. So again, that's something you'll see in the walkthrough, but I got my pocket and the rest of this is all going to be collage. So you will see that in the walkthrough. Yay! Gotta have some surprises. But yet, I still went over everything with you as far as, making it. Okay. Yeah. And we're going to make our... Whoops. Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay. So I have my sheets. They are the newspaper print folded in half, and obviously they're too long at this point, so I'm going to have to cut them down, and I'm going to make a signature out of them. And they're going to fit in there very nicely. Right there and right there. Well, let's see. I do need... Go ahead and pop my holes in there. Let's see. Okay. So let's get that part done. I'm trying to get this where you guys can see, and I've got so many things out that it's not even funny. Okay, you can see. Good. And my Fabri-Tac is having an eruption here. You stop that. Oops. Ah, there we go. I thought I had you guys charging, but it wasn't. Okay, so this is the center. I am going to use, I'm going to use the 3/16 hole. And we're going to get this in here. And I want to go through the material part. But you also have to make sure that you're going to have a shank that's long enough in your eyelets to go through all of this. I do have some extra long shanks. If you don't, then you're just going to have to poke a hole, make your hole and leave the eyelet out, and just maybe put some little pieces around the hole to reinforce the area, but can't put my hands on them right at the moment, but just the little stickers or something. Let's see here. Am I centered, and am I back as far as I want to go? I think that's good. It's a lot to go through. Let me stand up and lean on that puppy. There we go. Hole number 1. Oops. I'm going to pull my mic right off my shirt. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing again. Get it up where it's on the material and centered in the area. Ah, boy, these things are amazing, because that was a lot of thickness to go through. All right, and I'm sorry, guys, I got a call. I'll talk to you in just a minute. Oh, did I turn it on? Yes. Okay, let me just get my mic on here. So since I have silver here, I have silver short shanked. And I mean, they're short. They're just little teeny little shanks on the end. And so I'm going to glue those in so that I can get them on both sides. So that is my plan. My long shanked ones, I wouldn't have been able to put one on the outside. And I need to have one on the outside as well. So we're just going to glue these puppies in. Come on. Okay. Work with me here. We're on camera. It's jealous because I haven't been using it. This is the art glitter glue. So I'm putting a little bit in the hole, and then I'm going to put around the edge here some glue. And these hold in pretty well. They hold in pretty well. So let's just get that pushed down in there. And then I'm just going to clear some of that extra glue that squeezed out. And this other hole I didn't get quite in the right spot, but it's going to work. I think it's going to work. It's I guess I'm going to have to do it again. Yeah, it's kind of in the page instead of in the center. You know, it's kind of over onto, yeah, not a good thing to mess up on. So, make sure I've got it in the center this time. And yes, that's good. Squeeze. Ugh, Jiminy Crickets, that's easy, but still hard. If that makes any sense at all. All right, come on now. You can do it, Art Glitter Glue. You can do it. I use you for the important things, honey. And there we go. Okay. And then around here. There we go. If you have a pair of tweezers, it might make it even easier. And there. So those will dry, and then we'll flip it over and do those. So basically all I'm going to do is I've got these folded, and they will go into one signature, and I want them to be a little smaller than my pages are. So let's just make a mark on one of them, and we'll cut them all. So I'll cut 2 or 3 at a time, and we'll get them all down to, let's see where it's gonna sit for me. Let's make them 10 and a half. That'll be good. 10 and a half. Yes, I will like that on the page. That will be good. So all of these at 10 and a half. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 pages. Ten and a half. There's that. And this is that newspaper, from that pad I had. It just looks like old paper, and I really am enjoying working with it. It's thin, but it's very nice. It's very nice indeed. Excuse me. So, gonna make our signature, and no holes in it because I'm gonna use elastic through the holes that I just put into the book. So it's just going to slide in there and stay in there until it gets filled up, and then whomever buys this will be able to change it out for another folder. And then they can keep it back here when they're done. Goes all the way down in. Ta-da! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Nice big pockets. Love them. Love them. Okay. So that will be right in there. And I may do something. I think I'm just going to leave them blank because everything is pretty busy. And I think I'm just going to leave these blank. I might put a little piece on or something. But yeah. So there's that done. So guys, I think we have covered everything. And I will be putting another magnet over here that will catch that one. I know we talked about that. And I've got my zipper pocket, which totally holds pencils and pads of paper or whatever. And now we're going to start on this. And I'm just going to pull this out. Now, I know that you're not really supposed to do this, but I made a copy of the page. And I'm just going to be utilizing it for pattern piecing. And let me just cut this off. I don't need the white. But yeah, we're just going to be using this for pattern piecing. There we go. Oh, that got bent. And I'm going to put him right in the center. And there is the headband and the ascot and the glasses and the mustache. I think the mustache is down a little further. And then these are the, yeah, and I've got a second mustache so that I can pop it up a little bit. These are the collar. And this little piece is the dark part of the collar, and I should have another little piece, and of course I don't. I should have this other little piece, but it is not here. Nope. Nope. Oh my goodness gracious. Well. It's probably fallen out of the bag and is around in this mess somewhere, and I'm just, you guys just don't know what kind of mess I'm talking about as a mess. It's a mess. It is a mess. So, we won't worry about that right now. But anyway, so all I'm going to be doing is taking my material and all of my other things that I've got for this, and I'm going to cover the hat. This piece, I was thinking I would use some of all of the materials that I use, like they have, and put it on the headband. So, but I'm just using this for a pattern. It is going to be placed on him. So I'm going to cut the pieces from the pattern, and then I'm going to place everything on him. So yeah, it should be interesting. I am going to do it mostly off camera. If there's something, you know, really exciting that I think you would not really know what you were doing or how I did it, I will show you. But basically, I'm just going to be taking my pattern, my pieces of material and making all this. Okay, so I shall return and show you what I'm doing with the cover and how I'm covering this whole area up and all that good stuff. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. He looks kind of funky right there, doesn't he? Oh, yeah. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Love you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.